Hello everyone! The article I will be talking about today is called Separate and Combined Effects of Visual Schedules in Extinction plus Differential Reinforcement on Problem Behavior Occasioned by Transitions. And this is by Waters, Lerman, and Hovanetz in 2009. They really sought to evaluate the separate and combined effects of the visual schedules and the function-based interventions, which is the DRO. They wanted to see which of these treatment components are effective in reducing problem behavior during transitions. So they had participants were two 6-year-old boys that had autism that engaged in aggression and disruption during transitions. They conducted a functional analysis which determined that their problem behavior was maintained by escape from non-preferred activities and access to preferred activities. So, during the first treatment condition, they used a visual schedule alone, which had pictures of the current activity at the current location and the future activity at the future location. And that was the only component they used during the first phase. And they saw a minimal effect during that phase. In terms of problem behavior reduction, there was not a lot with the visual schedule alone. Then they implemented differential reinforcement for other behaviors and extinction during the second treatment phase. And they saw a significantly greater reduction, somewhere between 69 and 83% respectively for each participant. Then they went ahead and did a third condition where they had all of the treatment component effects, that is the visual schedule, the DRO plus extinction, and they saw slightly more treatment effect when they added in the visual schedule, which was found to be not effective by itself. So they concluded that conducting the FA was important for gaining their treatment efficiency because they were able to make the consequences during the treatment conditions match the consequences that were found to determine the problem behavior. So that was one of the major conclusions they came up with. They also decided that extinction was the most important treatment component that they used because they saw very little effect until extinction was used properly. They gathered IOA data during 100% of the FA and during, I think, 79% of the treatment conditions with 80% IOA. They discussed several limitations, including the fact that it was a very brief treatment time that they had. So they had some possible treatment interference and treatment overlapping effects. They also used imprecise measurement systems. They only scored on the occurrence or non-occurrence of the behavior and not the frequency or duration of any of those behaviors. And they also didn't include a location change condition that was in which they only changed locations. They always changed the activity between preferred and non-preferred, and no activity as well. But at no point during the treatment conditions did they actually use a location-only change. And this was because during the FA, they didn't see any problem behavior during conditions in which they only changed locations. So this is the main purpose of that. I'm getting a little long-winded here, so thank you all for listening. I hope you all are doing well on your behavior change projects. Good luck. Bye-bye.